Hi everyone, it's Maria, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the books that I'm planning on reading in the next month and a half. So I will go ahead and get started. Hopefully I will get through all of these in the next month and a half. I didn't go as crazy. There's more that I want to read than this, but this is, I think, doable for that time frame. Anyway, the first one that I'm actually going to start, I'm not going to rush through this at all because I think it's really important, is the Qu'ran. I have been meaning to read this for a very long time, and today pushed the button on the, you need to pick this up in the next week or so. I actually, our church right now is doing a summer series where we're learning about creation narratives from different faiths. And we've had a rabbi come in and talk about the Jewish faith, and today we had a woman from our local Islamic center come in and talk, and she was just so sweet and kind and engaging, and I'm planning on taking her out for coffee because I have a million more questions that I'd like to pick her brain about, because I've been doing a lot more reading about Muslims and people from that perspective. So anyway, I've been meaning to pick up the Qu'ran just to know more about it. The bits that she read today were just beautiful, and I'm excited to kind of see some parallels to my own faith, as well as to kind of understand that perspective better. So if you have any suggestions, if you are a Muslim, please, if you have any suggestions about reading from start to finish, reading a bit at a time, if you have any commentaries for beginners, I would love to kind of know those in the comments, because this is a very new experience for me. So please, Next up is Barbara Brown Taylor, and this is a reread for me. This is called An Altar in the World, and it's a Geography of Faith is the subtitle. She writes so beautifully from the Christian perspective how to look at everyday mundane things and find the divine in them, and to be able to make your life kind of an altar of celebration of the divine. And I'm really excited about rereading this. I'm teaching a workshop next weekend at a camp that we go to on incorporating worship into different aspects of your life, and I'm hoping this will kind of help me with my creative juices as I prep for that. Next is Ta-Nehisi Coates' The Beautiful Struggle. He wrote Between the World and Me, which was just really great. It's a book to his son. That one is a book to his son about the experience of being a black man. This is a memoir about his father, who was actually part of the Black Panthers, and really worked hard as a father to try and get a better situation for his two sons. And I'm really excited to pick this up. It's not very long, but I know it's going to be poignant and thought-provoking and beautifully written. So there you go. Next up is poetry. I've read a couple bits out of here before. I've been meaning to get a book of Rumi's poetry for a very long time, because the bits that I've seen online on those little Pinterest quotes, I've just loved. He is actually a Muslim from the 1207. He was when he was born, so he's very, very old. This is obviously translated into English, but the things that he speaks about life that I've read so far are very truthful, and I know there's a lot of meat in just very few sentences sometimes in his poems. I'm not a huge poetry person. I'm trying to get better, so I'm excited to pick that one up. And I really recommend, if you see him at the library, go ahead and grab him, because this one's the essential Rumi, but I've seen a lot of different collections. This one, I don't know why I've not read yet, because I'm so excited to read it. It's 80 Days, Nellie White and Elizabeth Bisland's History Making Race Around the World. I've read bits and pieces, but I've not read it from start to finish yet, just because I keep getting distracted with life. I know. But Nellie White is one of my all-time heroes. I've read lots of her other books about her, but this one in particular, I'm excited to read again, because, it's just, she is my hero. She was the woman who bucked the trends when nobody else was doing it. She was a social justice advocate as well as a traveler. So this next one has also been on my list to read for probably about 3 years. It's Animal Vegetable Miracle, A Year of Food Life by Barbara Kingsolver. From what I know about this, it is her family, and she decided for a year to only acquire their food locally, and I guess, sustainably. And so I'm interested in reading this, especially with as much as I'm trying to move more towards zero waste. This is kind of I'm hoping it'll be inspirational, but also maybe a little bit of a how-to. And finally, I get to pick this up. I'm so excited. It's Ken Follett's Winter of the World. This is the book 2 in the Century Trilogy. This is a honker. The only thing I like that Ken Follett is so long because it means that I have more of him to read. But big books still kind of freak me out a little bit. I'm getting over it. But book 2 I'm very excited about. And finally, I don't know why. I will finish it this week. I'm going to finish Dragonfly and Amber, which is the second Outlander book. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet. There is no reason. I really am enjoying it. Life has just been insane, and I like reading that one in longer stretches of time, and I haven't had longer stretches of time. So this week I will be at camp, and I will hopefully get a chance to do that. So that is what I am planning on reading in the next month and a half. Obviously, I'll probably pick up other things from the library because, let's be honest here, but I would love to know, what are you reading? Have you read any of these before? And also, again, if you are a Muslim, if you have thoughts, suggestions, websites, YouTubers on reading the Quran, I would love to hear from you. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.